All right, Raptors, family and friends, children of all ages, welcome to the factory today for the matinee matchup between your Raleigh Raptors and the Reston Raiders. Here come the Raptors. We got the Raptors donning their home whites, and we got the Reston Raiders coming into town with their away blacks. These teams squared off a couple weeks ago up in Reston, Virginia. Played twice over a 2-day period, and the Raptors came out on top both times. First game, they took it to them 7-0. Second game on Sunday, tighter game. It was 1-0 until late, and the Raptors ended up taking it 2-0. So these teams, although it's early in the season, these teams know each other really well. Looks like we got Ryan Newman between the pipes this afternoon for the first game. Ryan Newman's coming off a big 5-3 win last Saturday night here at the factory against league rival Triad. He was really good late in the game, making 3 or 4 big saves to preserve the victory. So the Raptors ended up dropping their first loss of the season on Sunday, 4-2 to the same Triad Storm team. So Raptors come into this one 4-1 on the season, looking to bounce back and get back on the winning track here today. Reston comes in. They played a couple games last weekend. Tied game 5-5 and then dropped another one 9-0. So the Raptors are looking to jump on them.
It's not going to work. I forgot it. It's in the computer.
We got 10 seconds left here in warm-ups. The boys look ready to go this afternoon. Last Saturday against the Triad Storm, the Raptors came out flying, got up 1-0 and never looked back. So we'll see if they can do it again here this afternoon. And the teams are ready to go here. As is customary here for home games for the Raptors, they're going to shake hands before the game. The last time these teams played, it got a little chippy in the third period of the second game. So probably a good idea. They're going to shake hands before the game here. And the boys are ready to go. And here come the Raptors, donning their home whites, starting the game this afternoon. Looks like we got Ryan Miller at center, Dom DeYoung on the left, Jake High on the right, Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end, and Ryan Newman between the pipes. Let's go, boys. And here come the Raiders. The refs are ready. And we're underway this afternoon. Ryan Miller wins it off the draw. Reston picks it up and goes off the wall. Patterson picks it up off the wall and goes up the wall with it. Reston goes D to D. Jake High pressure. They battle for it, and it goes in deep. Picked up by Patterson behind his own net. He fires it up the wall to DeYoung. DeYoung with a nice chip up, and the Reston takes it back to neutral zone. They go D to D with it. Ryan Miller putting pressure on him. They go D to D, and they're up. Reston's over the line on a nice pass. Gone with a nice play, and he chips it up the wall and they're off on the forecheck. Jake High in on the F1 forecheck. He picks it off on the side of the net. Squirts it to the corner. Reston's out with it. Oh, a nice play by Ben Gorzinski to hold it in at the right point. He's in deep. Reston picks it up behind their own net on the back ends. So Patterson keeps it in. He spins. He fires it back into DeYoung. DeYoung up the half wall. Tries to center. It's blocked off by the Raiders. Miller gets in on the forecheck. Patterson keeps it in. He fires it just off the side of the net. Good opening shift here by the Raptors, pinning them in their own ends. Raiders chip it on out. Gorzinski wheels it. He throws it up to Jake High on the right wing. He's over the line. He gets it in deep. He walks it in, and they're back the other way. Gorzinski with a nice stick in the neutral zone to knock it away. Good start for the Raptors. Luke Bowling almost picked it off in the neutral, and the Raiders are back in. Luca Veneri picks it up on the left point. He's got good speed as he skates it out of his own. Over the red, tries to chip it in, but pitched off by the Raiders. Jack Griffin fires it into the zone, and he's in on the forecheck. Raiders chip it off the wall. Nice move to evade the forecheck. Axel leaves with a nice stick in the neutral zone. The Raiders pinch it up, and Luca Veneri chips it up the wall to Jack Griffin, just out of his reach, and the Raiders pick it up. They go right in front of their own nets. They try to chip it up, and this is going to go for icing. With 12:34 here left in the first period, it's still 0-0. Raptors holding the territorial advantage so far. We've got Eves and Veneri on the back end, with Beaudoin, Lassonde, and Bordeaux up front. Face off to the right of the Raiders goalie. Beaudoin steps in for the draw. Beaudoin wins it straight back to Eves. He makes one move. He fires. Oh, blocked on the way through. Almost got through. The Raiders shoot it up the wall. Nice hold in by Veneri at the right points. Beaudoin cycles it down. Vaden's in on the F1 forecheck. Willie with a nice stick to knock it away. Jake picks it up on his back end. He fires it down low. They walk out of the corner with it. Nice look for Beaudoin. Backdoor rebound. And it's right there, but it squirts out. Eves with a nice hold in at the left point. Oh, just squirted by him. Good recovery by Eves, though, to get it back into the zone. Vaden with a nice move. He fires just wide on the glove side. Beaudoin tries to center, goes off the skate. Nice pinch by Eves to hold it in. The Raiders are back the other way. Nice stick by Vaden, and he's in on a breakaway if he hurries. Oh, nice recovery by the Raiders D on a bad change by the Raiders. Lassonde on his backhand does a little stop and go move behind the net. Bordeaux picks it up on the backhand, fires it. Oh, big save by the Raiders goalie on a nice pinch into the high slot by Eves. Good start to this game for the Raptors. Next line up here for the Raptors, we got Miller at center, Gorgulias on the right, and DeYoung on the left. Max and Radford on the back end. Miller wins the draw over to Caleb. Along the boards, Radford puts it in deep. Max on the backhand, chips it into the zone. Raiders turn it over. Gorgulias right in front. Oh, and he just squirted off his stick on a nice poke check. Miller on a nice back check. Caleb picks it up, squirts through the crease just wide, and the Raiders come out with it. Raiders are over the red line. He takes it wide. Max putting pressure on him. Nice stick. He walks to the middle. Fires. Oh, nice save by Newman with the blocker. They chip it off the wall. Borgilius pressures. The Raiders make a nice far side pass with it. Max battling on the corner. DeYoung in to help. Radford takes it behind his own net. He fires it up to Gregorius, and it's out. Raiders pick it up in the neutral zone. Steps over the line. They're in on a 2-on-1. He fires just wide of the blocker side on Newman. Dom battling along the wall. Chips it up. Nice play by DeYoung to relieve the pressure. Raiders are back in with some good pressure here. Patterson back behind his own net. He battles. He walks out with it. Nice play by Patterson to contain him in the corner. Raiders still have it. Back to the point. Just wide of the glove side for Newman. Raiders walking up the wall. Back to the point. He fires. Nice block by Miller. Heck of a play to sacrifice the body. DeYoung battling along the wall. He chips it up the wall. And it's back into the zone. Gorzinski hurries in behind his own net. He fires it around, but nobody home. Raiders hold it in the zone. Down behind. Patterson gets it. Sweeps it around the wall to Bowling. Bowling tries to chip it up the wall to Griffin, but the Raiders hold it in. Nice stick by Griffin, and they're back the other way on a 2-on-2. Griffin's got good speed as he comes through the neutral zone. Dances to the middle. He's in. Oh, nice stick by the Raiders to lift it at the last second, right before he pulled the trigger. And it looked like the Raptors are going to get called for the first penalty of the game here. Jack Griffin got his stick lifted. He fell down into the corner, and it looked like he turned around and accidentally tripped him as he was coming through while he was still down on his knees. Oh. With 9:14 left in the first period, Raptors are down a man. Noah Timpey wins the draw. Back to Luca Veneri behind his own net. Chips it softly off the wall. Bowling. Raiders hold it in at the point. Veneri back behind his own net. He wheels it around. Raiders pick it off on the half wall. They fire. Nice block by Luca on the way through. Bowling picks it up shorthanded. He takes it wide over the red line. He chipped it into the zone on a nice play. Timpey rags it back into his own end. With a nice little saucer pass to Veneri, just out of his reach. Luca picks it off. Noah over the red line. Tries to make a move. They put a body on him. Raptors got to get that puck deep. Looked like trip there. Axel Eves picks it up. He walks it off the wall. Tries to fire it. Goes back to Veneri. He fires. Oh, tip on the way through by Bowling and just wide. Bowling picks it up shorthanded. He's still got it as he wheels behind the net on the backhand. He puts it back up to Veneri at the right point. He fires all the way through. Oh, the goalie made the save and never saw it on the way through. Never saw it. A beautiful shot from the right point by Veneri. And with 8:06 here left in the first, it's still 0-0. 23 seconds left on the Raptors penalty kill. Bodwine, Lassonde, and Bordeaux up front. Max and Radford on the back end. Raiders come out with it. Nice stick by Max. Bodwine picks it off at the blue line. He's in. He fires. Stick to the corner by the Raiders barely. Reston comes out with it with good speed. Oh, they trip him coming out. That'll be another penalty on the Raptors. The Raiders chip it into the zone. Radford's going to pick it up behind his own net. And just as the first penalty expires, the Raptors are going to go back on the penalty kill. So with 7:42 here left in the first period, a 0-0 game, the Raptors are going to go shorthanded for the second time in this period. We got Miller on the draw with Jake High on the left, Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. Miller with a clean draw back to Gorzinski. He fires it up the wall. It's blocked by the Raiders forward. Tries to center it. Patterson going out to the block. He blocks it. Nice play by Patterson to block the shot. He chips it off the wall. Not out. And they get it out. Nice play. They fire it in. No ice. Patterson going back, but it's picked off. He's battling for it in the corner. He chips it up the wall to Ryan Miller. The Raiders are back to the point. Picked off by Jake High. He chips it out wide to Ben Gorzinski. He chips it back up to Jake High. He's give and go. Nice play by Miller to pitch off on the boards. Ryan walks it off. He fires just wide to the blocker side. The Raiders are back 2-on-2. They cut over on the side. Nice stick by Gorzinski to knock it away. And it's just out of the zone. Heck of a play by Ben Gorzinski. Raiders take it back into their own blue line. They go wide side with it. Jake Hyde putting pressure on Miller. He chips it to the corner. Patterson races over to it on the left boards. He chips it up. He goes through. Gorzinski chips it off the wall. Picked off by the Raiders. They're battling for it in the corner. Patterson covering in front. He walks to him. Forces him wide. Raptors are back to full strength. Heck of a two kills here. So they try to chip it out, but it's not out. Raptors have been out there for a while. They're tired. Nice play to chip it off. Dom with a nice pitch. Patterson steps up on the left-hand wall. He gets knocked down. It's out in front. Nice play by Gorzinski to knock it away. He's off with speed. He's got a breakaway if he hurries. He's got it wide. Gorzinski cuts in. He shoots. Oh, big save by the Raiders goal. Heck of a play by Gorzinski late on a shift to take it wide and take it all the way in. Gorzinski picks it up and he fires it in on a nice play. Raptors are back in on the forecheck. DeYoung with a nice one effort. He's battling for it. Eves picks it up on the left point. He wheels, does a nice stop and go move. He cycles it back down low. Veneri with a nice stop and go. He pitches in. Nice play to keep it in. Gorgolius, they have a 2-on-1 down low. Oh! Got to keep your head up there. Take a quick look. Goes back to the point to Tippy. Tippy walks around him. Nice play by Veneri to hold it in. Raiders chip it out. Raptors with good pressure here. Raiders pick off the centering pass. A nice play on the backhand by Veneri to hold it in, but the Raiders chip it out. So Axel Eves picks it up in the left-hand corner. He fires it around to DeYoung. DeYoung walks out. Nice chip up the wall to Tippy. Raiders are back the other way. Veneri with a nice play at neutral ice. They try to get it deep, but couldn't quite get it all the way in. Veneri with a nice stick. He wheels. He chips it up the wall to Gorgolius, just out of his reach. Otherwise, it was a 2-on-1. Nice stick by Bowling just inside the blue. Raiders lost it in their feet, and it's into the corner. Chips it up the wall. Caleb pinches off the wall. Axel Eves does a nice little spin move. Oh, he throws it over to Gorgolius on the right-hand wall. He tries to center. To Bowling. He fires just wide on the blocker side. They battle for it along the half wall. Tippy, he fires. Oh, and the Raiders goalie made a nice save right into his bread basket. With 3:42 left here in the first, still 0-0. Raptors with good pressure here after killing off those 2 penalty kills. We got Beaudoin, Lassonde, and Bordeaux with Max and Radford on the back end. Beaudoin wins the draw over to Max. Over to Vaden, right in front. Lassonde had gotten knocked down right in front. Max with a good stick to chip it to the wall. Vaden with a good back check to be first into his own zone. He picks up the puck. They battle for it in the corner. Radford in on the help. Max chips it up the wall. They battle for it. Vaden with a nice play to chip it up the wall. 3-on-2 if the Raptors hurry. Lassonde tries to walk through the D, but he made a nice stick. Beaudoin comes back into his own zone. He wheels it. He's got good speed coming through the neutral zone. He's into the zone. He chips it in. Beaudoin and Lassonde in on the forecheck. Raiders try to push it out. Nice play by Radford to hold it in for a second. And the Raiders are back the other way. They chip it off the wall into the Raptor zone. In on the forecheck. Nice stick by Max as the guy tried to cut to the middle. Bordeaux, he chips it out. He's got good speed on the outside. Bordeaux with that big frame does a nice stop and go spin move. Throws it over to Bodewine on the right-hand wall. Bodewine fires from a bad angle, and it's just wide. Patterson holds it in at the blue. Fires it down into the corner to Lassonde. Vaden with a good cover for Patterson on the left point. Lassonde in on the F1 forecheck. He battles for it. Bordeaux with a good F2. He walks, spins, finds Willie. Oh, just out of his reach. Patterson with a pinch on the left point. He fires it down low to Lassonde. On the backhand, he tries to center. Fires! In tight! They score! Patterson pinched down the boards on the left-hand side. Fired it down low to Lassonde, who found Bordeaux on the side of the net. And with 1:52 here left in the first, Vaden Bordeaux, the trash man, fires one home from a bad angle. 1-0 Raptors. They don't ask how, they ask how many. They threw it down low. Jake Lassonde won the battle. Down low in left corner, threw it out front to Vaden Bordeaux, and he buried it from a bad angle. 1-0 Raptors here with 1:50 left here in the first. Raptors have been holding the territorial advantage. Dom battles for it as an F1. He's in on their defenseman, tries to cut him off. Ryan Miller on the back check. He takes him wide. Eves pinches him off on the close boards. Eves picks it up in the corner. Over to Veneri. Veneri with a nice move to chip it up to Jake High. He chipped it out of the zone. Raiders are back to the red line. Nice stick by Jake High. Raiders chip it into the zone. Just wide of Newman. He sticks it into the corner to Veneri. Veneri chips it up the wall to Miller. Miller's got Jake High. If he chips it off the wall, oh, just out of his reach. And it's going to go for icing. That was a good look, though.
Hey, wingers, you gotta get in there, boys. You gotta get in there, Jake.
All right, with 1:01 here left in the first period, Raptors still hold a 1-0 lead. Ryan Miller on the draw with Jake High and DeYoung, and Radford and Max on the back end. Radford fires it up the wall to Jake High. Oh, just at his reach, but a nice block to get it out of the zone. Offsides on the Raiders. 50 seconds here left in the first period. Raptors up 1-0, but have been holding the territorial and shot advantage thus far. Face off just outside the Raptors zone. Timpey moves in on the draw. He wins it back to Max, back into the corner. Max picks it up in the Zamboni hole. Radford battles for it. Oh, he gets bodied in the corner. No call. The Raiders fired out front. Good stick by Luke Bowling to get it out. Jack Griffin on the forecheck. Oh, he picks it off in the middle, but it squirts just away from him. Luke Bowling picks it up. He's into the corner. He battles for it. Jack Griffin on the help. Bowling picks it up again with 17 seconds left. Gets it to the net, just out of his reach, and the Raiders are back the other way. 2-on-1 if the Raiders hurry. He chips it up and into the zone. He fires. Nice stick by Max to cut him off. So 3 seconds left. Raiders walking out on the back end. Blocked on the way through. Good period for the Raptors. That'll do it for the first period. 1-0 Raptors after one. And really put the pressure on there despite being on the penalty kill for two. We'll be back in a minute with more second period action. All right, Raiders player is all right, and he's back on his feet. And with 14:07 here left in the second period, still 1-0 Raptors. Coming out of the injury timeout, faceoff will be just outside the Raptor zone. We got Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. Gorgoulias, Beaudoin, and Bordeaux up front. Beaudoin wins the draw over to Bordeaux. He's over the red, gets poked away. Raiders back the other way. Bordeaux with a good stick. Patterson into the corner on the back end. He tries to battle. He wins the puck. He skates it, chips it up the wall to Bordeaux. Nice play by Bordeaux to win the battle. He's away. 3-on-2 if the Raptors hurry. They're over the line. Oh, Knight picked it out of the air. Nice play by the Raiders D-man. Raiders are out. They chip it off the wall. Patterson back into his own ends.
Get back, White! Get back!
He does a tight turn, and he chips it up the wall to Bordeaux. Bordeaux wins it. They got a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Beaudoin to the net. Oh, tried to sauce it to him, and it was a nice play. So Raiders back the other way with good speed. 3-on-3. He walks in. Nice stick by Patterson to pitch him off. They throw it up the middle. Raiders hold it in. Nice play by Patterson to chip it out. They got a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Beaudoin's in. He's got Gorgoulias wide open in front. He fires. Rebound. And the Raiders goalie made a nice play to cover it up. Good play by Patterson to pitch him off as he came across. With 12:54 left in the second period, still 1-0 Raptors. Radford and Max on the back end. On the back end, DeYoung, Miller, and High up front. The Raptors are coming. Miller with a nice clean win back to Radford. He fires from the point. Tipped by Jake High. Nice stop by the Raiders goalie down low. And he covers. Face off to the right of the Raiders goalie. Miller's been great at the draws to start the season. He moves in. They win it into the corner, but Miller comes out with it. DeYoung pitches him off. Miller walks off the wall. Nice play. Miller holds it in, tries to get it to the net. Jake High turns and shoots, and that goes wide. Raiders pick it up behind the net. They chip it up the wall. Out of his reach, Max with a nice hold in. Down to DeYoung. He fires from the half wall, just wide. Jake High in on the forecheck. DeYoung picks it up. He centers, just out of the reach of Ryan Miller. DeYoung side of the net. Rebound, just wide. They center it again, and a big save. Back to the left point to Max. He walks it to the middle. Fires. Backhand by Jake High on the way through, just wide. The Raptors are putting a ton of pressure on him. DeYoung tries to center, and it's out. The Raiders are back the other way. Nice play by Radford, and he fires it in. Hell of a play by Radford to pitch him off at the red line. DeYoung in on the F1 forecheck. And Luke Rieger, my old men's league teammate, blocking me out here. The Raiders battle for it in the corner. Miller with a nice play. He chips it down low. Nice play by Radford to hold it in. Down to DeYoung. He fires. Oh, just through the crease and wide. The Raiders fired up. Radford holds it in. He fires just wide. DeYoung fires it in front. Heck of a shift by the Raptors here. They got him hemmed in the zone. Jake High tries to center off the skate and just wide. The Raptors have done everything but score on this shift. They fire it out. Oh, the Raiders are back, and they've got a breakaway going the other way. In on Newman. He fires. He scores! He went high blocker. Raptors totally dominated that shift. Just couldn't bury one. It chipped past the D, went the other way, and with 10:53 here left in the second, it's a 1-1 game. Unfortunately, sometimes that's hockey. You dominate, can't get it in, then get a breakaway going the other way. Raptors got to stay focused here and get it back. Timpy over the line. He gets tripped. Over to Jack Griffin. Oh, offsides. 10:45 here left in the second. 1-1. Jack Griffin on the right wing here. Timpy loses the draw. Raiders pick it up, and they're into their own end. Behind the net. Nice pinch by Eves on the left wing. Bowling holds it in. He fires. Just out of the reach of Griffin going to the net. Jack wins it in the corner. Oh, he takes it right out in front of his own net, and they're back the other way. They fire it into the zone. And it's going to be offsides on the Raiders. An injured player going to the bench. 10:19 left in the second. 1-1. Face off just outside the Raptors zone. Timpy moves in. Raiders win the puck. Oh, it's picked off though, and they're back the other way. Gonna go for icing here on the Raptors. Face off will come all the way back into their end. Eves and Veneri on the back end here. Timpy, Griffin, and Bowling up front. The Raptors have been bringing the pressure this period. They got to get one to go back up one here. Timpy moves in on the draw. He wins it on a nice clean draw back to Veneri. Veneri, nice stop and go move behind his own net. He chips it up the wall to Griffin. Griffin gets it out. Raiders are back into the zone. Over the blue line. Nice stick by Bowling at the blue line. Raiders try to get it in. Eves back behind his own net. He picks it up on his forehand. Fires it up the wall to Bowling. Just out of his reach, and the Raiders. Oh, he got hooked at center ice. No call. Back to Veneri. He does a nice wheel move behind the net on his backhand. He chips it up the wall, and it's out. It's got to settle, otherwise it's going to go for icing. And it's going to go for icing here. So with 9:26 here left in the second, it's a 1-1 tie. Patterson and Gorzinski heading out on D with Baudouin, Lassonde, and Bordeaux up front. Baudouin moves in on the draw. Nice win back to Patterson. He fires it up the wall to Bordeaux. Bordeaux's got good speed as they got a 3-on-2. Lassonde going to the net. He falls just out of his reach. Going to the net. The Raiders fired up the wall and they're back the other way. Nice. Raiders take it wide. They drop on it. They drop it. He walks to the net. Just wide. Raiders walk it up the half wall. They center. Nice stick by Willie. Willie on the back check. They shoot it around. Patterson pressures in the corner. Nice play by Patterson to pitch him off. He walks out. Nice stick by Gorzinski to chip it out. Bordeaux going back the other way. He's over the red line. Into the zone. He fires. Blockered away by the Raiders goalie. Lassonde battling in the corner. Baudouin wins the puck. Tries to center. Just out of his reach. Patterson. Nice play by Bordeaux. He battles for it. Lassonde walks out of the corner. He fires it in front. Oh, Baudouin off his butt. Almost put it in on the backhand. Willie wins the puck. He walks up. He fires. Oh, it's just chipped away from him. Gorzinski on the backhand. Chips it down low. Baudouin battles for it in the corner. He centers. Nice play by the Raiders to break up the pass. Patterson on the backhand makes a nice play to hold it in. Lassonde turns and goes. He tries to chip it past the D, and it's just chipped out. Gorzinski back into his own end. Raiders did a nice job to win it, but Newman melts it down. And with 7:35 here left in the second, it's still 1-1. The Raiders changing goalies here. Number 56 is going in. We played them 2 weeks ago. They like to split each game with the goalies. Miller moves in on the draw. Max and Radford on the back end. He wins it on a nice draw. Radford chips it up the wall. It's held in by the Raiders. Nikayenko does a nice little stop and go move. Miller tries to chip it out. He does. Nice play by Miller. It's picked up. Jake High battles for it. Miller picks it up at the red line. He falls. Back the other way, 3-on-3 for the Raiders. Nikayenko pressures him in the corner. He pinches him off. Radford fires it up the wall to Jake High. Jake High chips it out of the zone. Raiders pick it up at their own blue line. Almost a giveaway. Nice play by Jake High to knock it away. Radford chips it up the wall to Ryan Miller. Raiders are back into their own end. They fire it wide. DeYoung with a nice pickoff, and he gets it in deep. Raptors are in on the forecheck. Ryan Miller. They battle for it along the right-hand wall. Radford, nice hold in. He fires. Tip just wide by Jake High. DeYoung into the corner. He fires out front. Rebounds. Oh, nice glove save on a backhand from Ryan Miller. They tried to put one in on the third goalie, but he was up to the task. Face off to the left of the Raiders goalie. Timpy, Gorgorius, and Bowling with Eves and Veneri. 6:21 left in the second period. It's a 1-1 tie. Timpy moves in on the draw. He loses it, but Luke Bowling does a nice job to help him. They battle for it. The Raiders come out with it. They're up the wall with speed. Nice stick by Timpy to keep it in. Gorgorius gloves it into the zone. Raiders pick it up. Eves with a nice steal. Walks, does a nice stop and go, moving to the top of the circle. Back to Timpy. Timpy fires all the way through. And the Raiders goalie makes a nice save and he melts it down. And with 5:56 left in the second, Raptors with an offensive zone draw. Timpy moves in on the draw. He wins it back to Veneri. Veneri wins the race to the puck. Raiders chip it out, though. Nice stick by Veneri. Gorgorius battles for it along the boards. He's into the zone, and he gets it deep. We got a whistle. Looks like it's going to be offsides here. Timpy moves in on the draw. He wins it over to Gorgorius into the zone. Nice stick play by the Raiders to get it out. Timpy on the back check along the boards right in front of the Raiders bench. Raiders win that puck. They chip it out. Timpy's back the other way. He's got good speed as he goes wide on his forehand. He fires it into the zone. Luke Bowling's in on F1 and Gorgorius is coming in on F2. Nice play by the Raiders defenseman to chip it up the wall. Eves puts it into the corner. Gorgorius with a nice play. Bowling picks it off. The Raiders are out. Nice stick by Timpy. He turns it over. He's got room as he steps to the middle. Takes it behind the net. He fires it out front. Oh, big save with the pad by the Raiders goalie down low. Patterson holds it in down low. He fires it. Holds it in again. He chips it down low on the backhand. Nice stop and go move by Timpy. He fires it out front. Gorgorius tries to go back to Timpy. Back to Patterson at the point. He fires all the way through. It's blocked. Gorgorius loses an edge. They're battling for it. Patterson tries to fire it down low. The Raiders chip it out, and Patterson takes it back.
Move it.
He has a nice move. He's into the zone. He tries to shoot. It's in on net. Oh, just wide. Patterson on the rebound. They battle it flying in front. Beaudoin tries to chip it in. Just wide of the net. The Raptors are coming. Patterson holds it in on the backhand on a nice play. Jake Lassonde wins the puck down low. He tries to center, but it's picked off by the Raiders. Good shift here by the Raptors. It's held in. Eves back the other way. He was short of the red. That looked like it should be icing. Good call. Good call by the ref. He was short of the red. With 3:48 left here in the second. Still 1-1. But the Raptors had a nice shift there. They're coming. Up front, we got DeYoung, Miller, and Gorgolius with Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. Miller on the draw, wins it straight back. Gorzinski racing, comes just out of the zone. Clean win. Tries to go D to D. DeYoung chips it up the wall. It's into the zone on no ice. Gorgolius in on F1. Nice stick by Caleb on the forecheck. Raiders come out with it. DeYoung picks it up. Oh, it goes in! It goes in! DeYoung threw it to the net. The Raiders tried to clear it, and he tipped it in his own net right between the goalie's legs. And with 3:27 left in the second, the Raptors get a little bit of puck luck and take a 2-1 lead. That's why you throw it at the net, folks. It doesn't always have to be pretty, but sometimes it goes in. Nice goal by Dom DeYoung to just throw it to the net. Miller here on the draw. He battles for it. Caleb with a nice play to help him, but he's tripped up. Raiders back the other way with speed. Gorzinski steps up on the wall. They fire it in. Patterson pressures him in the corner. He fires it out front. Gorzinski tries to chip it up the wall to Gorgolius. They battle for it in front of the Raiders bench. Chips out. Patterson with a nice stick to knock it away. Gorzinski chips it into the corner. Patterson chips it up the wall on the backhand. Just out of the zone. The Raiders are back in. Nice little drop pass at the dot. He fires. Nice save by Ryan Newman in tight. And with 2:43 here left in the second, 2-1 Raptors. Beaudoin moves in on the draw with Bordeaux and Lassonde. Sorry, Bordeaux and Bowling up front. Metz and Radford on the back end. Bowling with a nice chip up the wall to Beaudoin. He tries to fire it into the zone, but it's picked off. Beaudoin, they got a 2-on-2 if they hurry. He chips it into the zone. They battle for it in the corner. He centers it out front. Oh, chip just wide of the Raiders' goalie's blocker side. Raiders got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Radford 1-on-1. He forces the guy wide. They lose the puck along the wall. Nice play by Radford to chip it up. He skates it out. Daniel's got good speed as he comes out. He chips it up to their blue line. Raiders go wide with it. Good stick by Max on the wide side. They're battling. Luke Bowling back the other way. He's over the blue line. Over to Jack Griffin. He fires. Nice glove save by the Raiders goalie, and he melts it down. And with 1:45 here left in the second, still 2-1 Raptors. Max and Radford on the back end here. Lassonde, Beaudoin, and Bordeaux up front. Face off to the left of the Raiders goalie. Beaudoin moves in on the draw. He wins it over to Lassonde on a nice win. Raiders pick off the pass. Radford holds it in. Oh, on a nice stick by Daniel to hold it in. Back to Max into his own end. He skates back into the right corner. He fires it up on his forehand to Beaudoin. He wins the battle on the wall. Beaudoin's got good speed as he comes across the red line. He fires it in on net. Stick to the wall by the Raiders goalie. Bordeaux wins it along the boards. He tries to chip it to the middle. Oh, he walks to the middle, fires, and it's blocked on the way through. They battle for it just inside the Raiders' blue line. Their D chips it up the wall. They walk in, 2-on-3. Nice back check by the Raptors right there. Beaudoin, good play to play down low center. Back to the left point, he fires. Oh, tipped on the way through, just wide of Newman. 45 seconds here left in the second period. Raiders holding it on the right point. It's in through. Newby chips it to the wall on a nice stick. They battle for it. Not quite out. Good stick by Max as he knocks it to the corner. They fire it. Good stick by Daniel to knock it to the corner. They battle one-on-one in the right corner. They're battling for it. Shot on the way through. Nice block. Will fires it up the wall. Nice chip by Vaden. And he's back the other way. He pressures their D at his own blue line. A nice stop and go move by the Raiders. 7 seconds left. They got a break if they hurry. They're in. They fire. Big save by Newby with 1 second left. Big save. And we're at the end of the second period here. Raptors take a 2-1 lead into the final frame.
Yeah.
And we are back with third period action here. Raptors take a 2-1 lead into the third period here. The go-ahead goal so far off the stick of Dom DeYoung to start the period here. We got Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. We got DeYoung, Miller, and High up front. Miller wins the draw on a nice play. Jake High's back into the zone. He wins that battle. The Raiders try to chip it on the backhand, but a nice stick by Miller to keep it in. He fires it down low, and DeYoung's in on the forecheck. He fires it up front, just picked off by the Raiders defenseman. They chip it up. Nice play by Gorzinski to hold it in at the right point. Raiders are back the other way, 1-on-3. DeYoung picks it up in his own end. Nice play by Miller to lift the stick. They chip it out of the zone. Nice play. Jake High on the forecheck. Raiders go D to D with it up. So Patterson tries to step up. They walk around him. Miller with a nice back check into the corner. They battle for it. So they fire it up the wall. They go D to D with it. Tries to make a nice play. Nice block on the way through by Miller. He picks it up. Nice play by Patterson on the chip on the back end. Jake High. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. He's over the wall line. Tries to chip it in. Just gets it into the zone. Raiders pick it up at their own half wall. They fire it up to Gorzinski. He puts it in. And that's going to be offsides on the Raptors. With 13:36 here left in the third period. 2-1 Raptors. Timpey moves in for the faceoff with Bowling and Griffin flanking. Eves and Veneri on the back end. Noah with a nice win over to Jack Griffin. They fire it in. Luke Bowling's in on the forecheck. Nice play to win the puck by Jack Griffin. He centers just out of the reach on a nice play. Eves with a nice pinch. Just stays in the zone. And nice play by Bowling to hold it in. Raiders are back out of the zone. Along the wall, Eves with a nice play to pinch him off. They walk it to the middle. Just chipped away. Nice good stick by Eves there. And it's going to go all the way down. They wave off icing. Raiders pick it up. Raptors in on the forecheck. Back to the left-hand wall. They walk it over the red line. Go cross ice with it. Nice stick by Timpey on the back check. And he chips it out. Eves takes it back into his own end. Does a little stop and go move down low. He walks it out. He fires it. Oh! Had Jack Griffin for the home run pass. Just out of his reach. And with 12:28 left here in the third, still 2-1 Raptors. Raptors up 2-1 here. They send out Gorgolius, Bordeaux, and Baudouin with Max and Rabbit on the back end. Bordeaux wins it behind his own net. Backhands it up the wall to Gorgolius. He chips it up the wall into the Raiders zone. They pressure him. Baudouin picks it off at the top of the circle. Nice little toe drag. He's in. He shoots just wide on the blocker side. Raiders back the other way. They chip it out of the zone. Nice stick by Max at center. He wins the race to it along the wall. They battle for it. Gorgolius helps him. Nice play by Willie as the down low center to pick it up. He fires it around the boards to Bordeaux. Bordeaux picks it up. He's got good speed. He does a little inside-outside move. He's wide. He walks in. He fires just wide off the stick of Gorgolius. Caleb on the half wall. Chips it down low to Baudouin. He walks it out to Gorgolius. He fires. Nice save by the Raiders. Goalie in tight. Daniel with a nice pinch to chip it in. Baudouin battles for it. They hold it in. Gorgolius walks it down the half wall. He fires it into Bordeaux. Bordeaux tries to center just off. The Raiders come the other way. They come over. Oh, just off the skate. The Raiders almost had a breakaway. Gorgolius trying to catch him on a change. He's back into the Raiders zone. Tries to chip it over to Bradford. He walks down the slot. Tries to go back to him. He backhands it into the corner. The Raiders pick it up. And they're back the other way. They fire it in tight. Nice change by the Raptors on the offensive zone. Baudouin wins it just inside the blue line. They chip it back. Miller puts it in. It's going to be offsides on the Raptors. Good play to take the change here. With 10:36 here left in the third, Raptors still up 2-1. Miller moves in on the draw with DeYoung and High. Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. They battle for it. Raiders are back the other way. Tries to chip it in. Patterson picks it up. Raiders walk out of it. Patterson picks it up. Shoots it up to DeYoung. DeYoung's got full control as he steps out of his own end. He chips it up. Picked off by the Raiders. They're back the other way. So, Gorzinski back the other way. They try to go inside, outside. Fires it. Nice stick save by Newman on the short side. Jake High tries to chip it out. Nice play with the long reach to get it out of the zone. Raiders are back into the zone. Gorzinski cuts him off on the backhand. Nice play. Jake High plays the body. They battle for it. Nice play by DeYoung to lift his stick in front. They fire it. DeYoung battling down low. Patterson goes in to help him. They try to set it. Miller's back the other way. He's got good speed on the outside. Tries to jump to the middle, but Raiders are back the other way. Nice play by P to step up at the red line. Gorzinski's got good speed as he wheels it. He's flying up the middle. He's got a chance if he goes in. He tries to shoot just wide on the blocker side. Raptors hold it in. They're battling for it down low. Nice play by Jake High to cover for Gorzinski up high. The Raiders are coming the other way. They're back into their own ends. Patterson battles one-on-one along the left boards. Nice play by Jake High to pick it up, and it's just out of the zone. They battle for it along the wall. Gorzinski. Raiders try to center. Nice play by Dion. Miller out to the left point. Raiders fire it in behind the net. Patterson goes in to support. He's playing the body. He pinches him off. Nice play by Tippy. He gets a stick up high. No call. Patterson fires it up the wall. They hold it in. The Raiders walk it down the slot. They fire. Nice play by Tippy to knock it away. Tippy gets it up and then turns it over. They fire it back in. Patterson back behind his own net. He fires it up the middle, picked off by the Raiders. They fire. Patterson fires it up the wall to Griffin. Back the other way, no icing here. Tippy walks it in. He fires. Nice glove save by the Raiders goalie. And with 7:41 here left in the third, still 2-1 Raptors. Tippy moves in on the draw with Griffin and Bowling. Eves and Veneri on the back end. Tippy with a nice win back to Veneri. He fires just wide of the blocker side. Eves picks it up at the left point. He half fans on it, but it gets through. Raiders are back the other way. Nice play by Luka to pitch it off at the red line. He does a nice little stop and go move, and he chips it up to Tippy. Tippy loses that battle. But Griffin's back the other way with it. He chips it into the zone. Nice play by the Raiders defenseman to chip it up. Axel picks it off at the red line. He's got good, makes a little stop and go move. He's into the zone, turns it over. Tippy takes it back into his own side of the red line. Bowling picks it up. He's down the wall. They battle for it in front of the Raiders bench, and it's back out to center. Max picks it up along the left wall, turns it over. Raiders are back into the zone. Max takes it behind his own net on the backhand, overskates it. They battle for it. Luke Bowling makes a nice play to win the race to the puck. He's up the wall with good speed. He chips it up. Tippy's in. He's in on a breakaway. Oh, he gets knocked down on a nice recovery by the Raiders D-man. Bowling tries to walk out. He fires in tight. Couldn't quite win the battle. Tippy picks it up on his back end. He loses it. Back into his own ends. Radford takes it back, tries to backhand it to the wall. They center. Nice play by Tippy to pick it up. He chips it up. Jack's got great speed. He might win. Nice. He's in on the back end. Fired it just wide on the back end of the glove side. Radford battles for it. He tries to put it in. Raiders steal it. Patterson with a nice play, but it's picked off at the blue line. Bodwine takes it at his own red line, walks it. He loses it. Patterson with a nice stick. Raiders take it back at their own blue line, and they're back the other way with 5:25 here left in the third. The Raptors are up 2-1. Patterson goes in to put pressure on in the corner. He gets the puck. Bodwine slaps it up to Lassand. Lassand's out of his own end with good speed. He walks it up. He chips it up the wall to Bordeaux. Bordeaux pressures. Nice play by Willie to pinch him off on the wall. In his feet, they're battling for it. Lassand uses the body on a nice play. Raiders take the puck, try to go wide side with it. Picked off by Bordeaux, and he's back over the blue. Oh, he gives it up in his own blue one, and the Raiders take over. They're back behind their own nets. Lassand in on the forecheck. He makes a nice play to take the body. Bordeaux pinches him off, and they keep it in. They're going wide. Oh, that should be an ice. That should be an ice. A good call by the ref. Good angle by Patterson right there at the red line to force the icing. And with 4:30 here left in the third, 2-1 Raptors. Patterson and Gorzinski on the back end. Gorgulius, Miller, and DeYoung up front. Miller moves in on the draw. He battles for it. Gorgulius battles for it. They walk out of the middle. They battle for it in the left corner. Gorgulius wins that.
Get open now. Move. Reston, back out. Reston. Eastside P.
The Raiders come out with it in the left corner. They chip it up the wall. They're back the other way on a 2-on-1.
Come on, Miller.
Nice back check by Ryan Miller to take the body. They center it. They fire. Nice play by Ryan Newman to break up the pass. They chip it out. Oh, Gorgulius is in on breakaway. Caleb Gorgulius is in. He fires. Nice save by the Raiders goalie in tight. Gorgulius had great speed flying to the neutral zone. Miller with a one-timer, and he healed it. 3:35 here left in the third. Raptors up 2-1. The Raiders goalie blockers it. Raiders are coming up. They fire it out wide. Nice pass. Miller back on the forecheck. Gorgulius with a nice play, but the Raiders come away with it. They're in 2-on-2. Nice block by Luka out high. Raiders pick it up high in the Raptor zone. Picked off by Timpy going the other way. And that's offsides on the Raiders. And with 3:01 here left in the third, 2-1 Raptors. Timpy moves in on the draw. They battle for it. Back into the zone. Eves picks it up behind his own net. He fires it up the wall to Luke Bowling. Luke Bowling chips it out of the zone. They got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Timpy takes it, tries to come back to the middle. It's one too many toe drags. Got to move the puck there. It's coming back. Ryan Newman comes out to play it. He sweeps it into the corner on a nice play. Veneri with a nice one-on-one battle win. He walks it up the middle. Rags it back into his own end on a nice patience play there. Behind the net, he fires it up the wall to Jack Griffin. Eves chips it up to Tippy. He's back the other way on a 1-on-2. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Tries to dance to the middle. Griffin picks it up on the wall. He's got Bowling going to the net. He fires, rebounds in front, and it chips down low. Griffin wins the battle in the corner. Bowling picks it up. Back to Eves. He fires. Nice stop by the goalie on the short side. Eves again fires up high, and it got blocked on the way through. 1:50 here left in the third period. Raptors up 2-1. Raiders coming back, trying to come back out of their zone. They go wide side with it. They're over the red line. They try to chip it into the zone. Nice play by Bowling to chip it away. Beaudoin's back the other way. He's over the red line. Chips it to the middle. Tippy tries to go through the guy, and he gives it up. Nice play by Daniel at the red line. Raptors got to start getting the red and getting it deep here late in the game. Can't be playing with it. Radford makes a nice step at the red line. Raiders are back 2-on-1 if they hurry. Eves steps up. They fire. Nice glove save by Newman out high. They battle for it in the corner. They chip it up the wall, and it's out. Nice play by Bordeaux to chip it out and relieve the pressure. Raiders come in wide. Tries to step to the middle. Blocker saved by Newman. Bordeaux picks it up. He goes inside out. Nice battle to get it out. Should be a call. No call going the other way. Radford backhands it up the wall. Raiders are back the other way, 2-on-2. Nice stick by Axel Eaves to knock it away. They pick it up, but Radford with a nice recovery. 25 seconds left. Going to be a penalty coming up on the Raptors with 24.9 seconds left. Axel Eves is going to the box. And he'll get a minor penalty for elbowing. Timeout Raiders. So 24.9 seconds left. The Raptors up 2-1. They're going to go to the penalty kill here. The Raiders are going to pull their goalie to get a 6-on-4 two-man advantage. Big face-off, big defensive zone face-off here for the Raptors to try to preserve this W. It ended up being an elbowing call on Axel Eves. And the Raiders come out with 6 guys with the goalie pulled. 24.9 seconds left. 6-on-4, two-man advantage. Timeout Raptors. We had back-to-back timeouts there from the Raiders and then the Raptors. Coach DeYoung drawing up the defensive zone face-off play here. Yep. If the Raptors can win the face-off and chip it out of the zone, it should be enough to end it. The 4 guys, we got Ryan Miller, Jack Griffin, Max Mikayeko, and Daniel Radford on the back end. Miller moves in on the face-off. 6-on-4 power play right now for the Raiders with the goalie pulled. Ben Gorzinski goes out on the right side. Miller moves in on the face-off. He loses it. They fire. Nice stop by Ryan Newman for the shot from the left point. 20.3 seconds left here. Still 2-1 Raptors. Ryan Miller moves in for draw again to the right of Ryan Newman. He wins it over to the boards. They chip it in front. Nice stop by Newman, and he melts it down. Couple of good face-off plays made by the Raiders. But Ryan Newman was up to the task. And with 15.1 seconds here left in the third, Raptors still up 2-1. Ryan Miller moves in on the draw. He wins it. Max wins it into the corner. He eats it in the corner on a nice play. They battle for it. They try to center. They fire it up. Big save by Ryan Newman down low. They battle for it to the side of the net. It's a scramble. It chips out out, and the Raptors win. That's it. Big save by Ryan Newman with about 4 seconds left on the post. Heck of a back and forth game, and the Raptors take it 2-1 here this afternoon at the factory. Raptors outplayed them for most of the game, but it was a tight one down the stretch. Dom DeYoung with the GWG, and the Raptors take the victory 2-1. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. for another matchup between the Reston Raiders and the Raleigh Raptors.